Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna try to determine whether I have the right gear ratio at the front and the rear axle. Today is a big day of doing a lot of things. I'm working on this truck, I'm working on my work van, and I also want to check my gear ratio. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lift up the truck, put it on 4 jacks so all the tires are suspended. Then I'm gonna put it in 4 low. I'm gonna mark all the tires. I'm gonna mark the front and the rear tire somewhere in the same location, let's say all the way down. And I'm also gonna mark the shaft and gonna start spinning it by hand. I'm gonna count how many rotations it takes for the tires to spin all the way, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the tire, make sure that they spin the same way, that one is not spinning faster than the other one. So at least that's a plan. So now I'm gonna lift up the truck and start working on that. Alright guys, so I lift up my truck, all 4 tires are in the air. I marked the front and the rear tires, so basically that's, so they both marked the same way. And I also marked over here that this is the lower portion. So now I'm gonna start spinning this by hand and hope that the tire is gonna spin at the same rate. Okay, so these tires are not spinning at the same time. Those 2 other tires are spinning at the same time, so I'm gonna repeat the procedure. I'm gonna mark those 2 and start spinning them again. And so it looks like I do not have matching gears. I did 1 rotation on the shaft. This tire got more than halfway through, and that tire only getting to the halfway. So yeah, something is not right. So I marked the tire over here, the top. So I'm gonna try to determine my rear axle first, and I have a camera set up over there with a mark on the lower part of the drive shaft. So now I'm gonna actually start spinning this and look at this on the phone screen, and I'm gonna see how many rotations of the drive shaft is gonna take for a tire to do the whole rotation. So let's see. Here I go. Oh, it's not spinning. So now I'm actually trying a different way. I still have the rear lift up and I engaged the locker. So I was actually spinning by tire, and I had a camera over there looking on my phone how many rotations of the drive shaft it takes for a tire to complete the whole rotation. So it took about 3 full spins of the drive shaft and like almost a quarter. So I'm pretty sure that's 336. So in the rear I have some 336 gear ratio. So now I have to figure out what I have at the front. Alright guys, so after multiple attempts, multiple tries, and trying to figure this out, I did figure out that my front axle is not 3.36 gear ratio, but in fact it is 2.94 gear ratio. So the description was not right. They kind of lied to me, I guess. Even though it was not a private seller, it was a company. But everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Luckily my friends on the trail, they spotted that their tires don't spin properly, so I hope I didn't damage anything major inside there yet. But that means that the front axle has to come out. I need to start looking for a new axle again, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. Anybody who needs a Titan axle with a lower gear ratio? I don't know. But anyways, like I always say, guys, sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. So this is one of those times. Yeah. So gonna start looking for a new axle, and we'll see how that's gonna come out. Gonna start saving it up for it first. Yeah. Anyways, the good news, the real locker is working. I tested, so at least something is good, right?
Flashback.
Now also the good thing to test the locker, if it's engaging or not, is to jack up the truck on 4 or 2 jack stands in the rear. And now the locker is disengaged, so if I spin the tires, this tire spins and that one spins freely, and I can spin it this way, no problem. But when I engage the locker, as you can see, the lower light is not on yet, so it's not engaged yet. So I start spinning the tire and it stops. And now you can see the lower light is on. That means it's actually engaged. So the light indicator works and it works over here. Now they both spin the same direction. So that's a good indicator that the locker is working properly. Now turn it off and it should disengage. And sure enough, it's disengaged and the tire spin on its own. Nice. So I'm actually washing my truck for the 3rd time after that event. And also I would like to give a big thank you to the guys who spotted the issue on the trail and they brought it to my attention, and also to one of my friends who helped me how to determine which gears I have an axle. He was with me in a chat before and he was helping me today as I was doing these tests. Sorry about taking your time on Saturday evening, buddy, but thank you so much. He actually also has a YouTube account. He travels actually a lot, unlike me. He has a very awesome Xterra build. He goes everywhere with it. So I'm gonna leave his link in the description. Make sure you guys check him out. He's a really awesome guy. He makes nice videos and very pleasant to watch those videos. So yeah, thank you. So gotta end it on a positive note at least. So whenever you buy parts, guys, always double check, make sure that they're right parts, test them, look at them, feel them, sniff them, whatever it needs to be done, just test it, look at them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.